the biggest factor when thinking about buying or hiring has to be budget. You know, if your budget only allows for a hire, then that's all that it allows for. But people have a misconception that hiring is cheap, which it's not. So in our studio, generally hiring, we only hire out our high-end dressers because that then makes them affordable to a certain range of clients. So if a dress is very entry level, we actually don't hire it. We only have it available to buy, mostly. So buying versus hiring, there really is no impact or difference, I would say, other than financial. Whatever suits your pocket is really going to be the deciding factor. And then another way to get a designer dress or a dress that you can't afford, generally with your budget, is through our sale days. So we have 2 very big sale days. We have a sale once every 6 months. So that really allows a client to come in and get a dress that maybe she's seen here before already or has her eye on at a very discounted price. So that's a great way to get what you want. Again, it's very much a personal choice. I would say we still majority sell dresses, but if you're not sentimental, a lot of people do hire. Most of my clients will say, I haven't got the space, I live in a small apartment, or what am I going to do with it afterwards? I don't particularly care about it. And then you've got the other side of the spectrum that are, you know, very sentimental. I would never sell my wedding dress and I'm keeping it, and I know my daughter probably won't wear it one day, but I still want to keep it. So yeah, it's just a personal choice. I don't know, my answer to that would probably be marry the right person to begin with. Yeah, I think I don't think there's one big crystal ball that everything is going to be okay and, you know, rub the genie one way. I think it's important to, you know, there are many cracks in relationships that are there long before you get married, and people ignore them and think getting married is going to be, you know, the best thing for them, and that doesn't work. So I think just be real with yourself when you're getting engaged, and just know, you know, is this really what you want? You know, does your partner have issues or things that are not going to go away in the marriage? And, you know, marry someone for who they are that day, not who you want them to be or who they can be. Or, you know, when they reach that point, they're going to be perfect or whatever, you know, I would just say, there's no marriage advice except just make the right choice. I think buying a wedding dress mostly is like buying a house, you know, when you know. And it's a feeling that you have that you can't shake. And it shouldn't be forced, it shouldn't be too difficult. And sometimes I often have clients that try on the very first dress and they absolutely love it, but they go off and they look and they look and they try and they try and they feel like, you know, this has to be hard, this has to be a process, this has to be difficult, and it's not true. Sometimes that first one you put on is the one, and it's okay. And, you know, it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be hard work. And often when you know, you know. That's, I would say, 80% of the time. And then I actually had a client yesterday who said to me, you know, Alex, I ended up going with this dress because I kept on just coming back to it. So she didn't have that specific feeling in the fitting. She didn't quite know when she knew, but she kept on referring back to this dress, and she said at the end of the day I had to make a decision, and I made the one that felt right for me because I kept on referring back to this dress and comparing this dress with other dresses. So that's important when choosing a dress. And yeah, and I often say to girls, you know, less is more. Try and bring less people with you for your fitting, less opinions, less, you know, it's also just quite difficult for the consultant when you've got 5 other people with their opinions trying to manage this consultation, and you often don't get, as a client, you don't get the best of your fitting. So it's actually for the client's benefit. But yeah, it should be easy. and it can be easy, and we don't have to make it complicated. I guess the best mistake would be to try something on that you didn't think would be anything that you'd go for, and then you love it. And that would be a best mistake for me, because that's just so exciting and different and alternative. And my favorite part of my job is when clients are different and take risks and are true to themselves and have amazing style. That makes my job amazing and fun and great.